Hi. Now for today's class, let's go to topic two. Alright, topic two. Now before we go ahead with topic two, let's do a little bit of recap of what you have learned in topic one. Okay, now topic one. This is topic one, right? So topic one, what we have learned is things about modem, router, all of this hardware, LAN, internet, all of the terms related to IT, yeah, basically. So that is what we have learned in topic one. Now, if you compare to what you will be learning in topic two, it's about the information system. Now, so this is the topic title, right? Information system. Okay, now if we glance through this topic is just with 6 pages only. It covers about software, hardware. I scroll down and we just glance through just for a while. It talks about the system software, the application software. It talks about data and database, right? After that, it tells you about DBMS, that is related to database. Then networking. Networking is actually something that we have talked about briefly in topic one. We have talked about LAN 1, remember? Uh, Something that we have talked about, it is repeated here, showing you router, server. Okay, these are the things that we have already learned in topic one. And this is the processes in information system. If you see IS, IS means information system. So basically, that's about it. This one is about the people meaning to say uh, people working, ya, orang yang bekerja lah, the people working. Like for example, at UNITA, we have IT technician, Mr. Desmond. So he is the person working as an IT personnel at UNITA. All right. Okay, we have just glanced through. Now for today's lecture, I'm gonna mix BM and BI with so that you will understand better. Okay, as usual, I will mix BM and BI. Now, uh, let's go and hold on now. Make it a little smaller. Okay, all right. So I scroll down. The first part of the topic, it tells you about the software. No, sorry, hardware. Hardware. You see this, the sentence. These are tangible equipment. Examples of hardware is like a mouse, keyboard. Then we have the printer, fax machine, scanner, uh, right? So examples you can see here, zip drive, notebook, video camera, speaker, a lot more. So these are examples of hardware, something that you can touch, you can see, you can touch. That is why in a note you see it's tangible equipment, right? It is. Now that is hardware. If you compare to what is on software, kalau dibandingkan lah ya, software dengan hardware apa beza dia? The keyword here is instruction, right? The keyword here is instruction. So software, examples of software. Examples of software is like Microsoft Words, PowerPoint, Excel. These are simple examples that I can tell you. Meaning to say something that you see on screen, right? And how about your phone? Your phone itself is a hardware. But when you own your phone, what you see on screen is the software. The software is something that we use for certain tasks. As an example, WhatsApp. WhatsApp it's an application, correct? It is also, we can say that it is a software. We use WhatsApp for messaging, to send text, pictures, video. This is task that we do using WhatsApp. So with that software, with that app, that helps us a lot actually to communicate with friends far and near. All right. So that is the difference here. You can see it's so obvious the difference between hardware and software. So remember, software is actually instructions for the hardware. If you buy just the hardware, there's no software, it will never work. If you just buy the software, there's no hardware, it's the same thing. Both will have to work together in order to achieve what you want to get. All right. So that's about software. Examples of software here you can see like Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Microsoft Words, Google Docs. These are the some softwares given in the note. Even web browser. Web browser is also a software. Web browsers like Chrome, yeah. Okay. Now, so yeah, that is the first part of this note. It tells you about the difference between hardware and software. Itu sahaja. Next, it tells you about the system software. Now, when you buy a computer, like for example, a laptop from a shop, that laptop is basically a hardware, right? And it comes together with the software installed. And most of the laptops nowadays, you can find it installed with Microsoft uh, systems, Microsoft operating system. If you buy a Macintosh from Apple, their operating system is Mac OS. Mac OS. If you buy a normal laptop from any computer shop nowadays, if you buy a laptop, it is installed with Microsoft Windows. You see? So basically, different machines or computers uh, in today's world, we can see most of them it's either Windows or Mac OS. Actually, there are other versions of operating system, but the common ones is Windows and Mac OS. Android, well, you know Android, right? Android is the operating system or the system software for the phone. We don't install Microsoft Windows here, no. Mac OS, no. The system software is Android. There you are. So remember, this is the hardware. Install the Android, which is the system software. So when the Android is in, then you can download and install what? You can install application software. Like for example, let's get back to this example just now. The phone itself is hardware, eh? And most phones, they are Android phones. Android phones. So the system software here is Android. So when the system software is in, after it is being installed, what's next? You can install application software. Application softwares are like Messenger, Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, and many more. Google Docs, yeah, games, YouTube app, anything. These are application software uh, or application that comes after the installation of the system software. The system software must come in first, right? And now there you go. You know the difference already. The second part of this topic tells you the difference of system software and application software. Okay, I better do this in writing, so that you will understand. So the first part tells you about the difference of hardware, 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 and software. There you go. And the next part, it tells you about the difference uh, of system software, and application software, application software. There you go. So this is the content of this particular topic. Now, let's continue. So there are two things already you know from this topic. Let's scroll down. Now, let's talk about the third part of this particular topic. It tells you about data and information. Better put it here again. Difference, difference of data, of data, that no, not data, data, data and information. Okay, there you are. Now, if you take a look at the note, these are raw, unorganized facts, figures, measurements, or symbols. Its role, data is the input that the IS means information system, collects and processes. So the keyword here is input, right? Input. Give me an example of an input device. Bagi saya satu contoh peranti input. Peranti input seperti mouse, ya, mouse, di mana kita input, ya. Selain daripada itu, keyboard, microphone, scanner, video camera. Ini adalah peranti-peranti input. These are input devices. Simply to capture input from us. If I am typing something on my keyboard, what I'm doing? I'm typing, so that is input, text input. If I'm using my mouse, that is pointing input. If I do voice recording, that is voice input. If I capture a video like this one, this is video input. So these are what? These are raw materials, raw. All right. So this is data. So data is something that is from the input device, and it's considered unorganized, right? Unorganized because one thing we know that computers, they don't understand human language. Remember, in topic one, we talk about computer language. So computer language is not human language. So basically, whatever we input in towards our computer system and towards our IS, information system, what happened here is our computer doesn't understand the input. So by the help of the processor will process the input so that the machine understands the input and finally release an output as a response towards us, towards the user. Alright, saya ulangi ya, dalam bahasa Melayu. So kalau kita ya, menaip ataupun klik mouse kan, itu adalah apa? Input lah, input. Input ini dia raw. Kita ingatlah apa yang datang daripada kita. Contohnya saya rekod suara, itu pun sejenis input, betul? Dengan menggunakan mikrofon. So input ini dia daripada kita human, and kena ingat ya, apa yang daripada human ini komputer tidak faham. So komputer kena proses dulu input ini dengan bantuan processor, dan akhirnya akan memberi respons dalam bentuk output, yang dimana akhirnya kita akan dapat terima apa? Information. Ingat ya, apa-apa yang kita input itu data. So whatever we input is data. Whatever you see on screen, that is data that has been processed, organized, and structured, or presented in a given context, so as to make it useful and meaningful. Itu dia. So information is actually output, the response. Katakan kamu tekan A pada keyboard kan, itu input lah tu, itu data. Sampai ke processor, processor akan proses. So nanti dia muncul di screen A lah. A itu apa tu? Yang di screen tu? Itu information. So kalau saya apa kata rekod suara ya. Hello, 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 hello. Itu input lah tu. Saya dengar balik bunyi dia. Saya dengar hello, hello, hello. Saya dengar balik. Itu adalah output. Saya play balik audio tu. Itu adalah information. Okay. Remember, to make it easy for you, data is usually related to input. This is the keyword for data. And information is afterwards. It is the output. Examples of output devices are like monitor, speaker, right? Printer. These are examples of output devices that gives us information. Okay, I guess that's it. Itu sahaja ya. Kalau ada apa-apa boleh tanya kemudian lah. So that is I think you understand now what is the difference. You cannot see it as the same. No, selalunya kebanyakan orang kan, dia akan tengok benda ni sama. Tetapi tidak. No, it's not the same. Data is different. Information is different. Data is usually raw. Okay, raw material not processed yet. So it is input. Information is usually output, is usually released from an output device. It could be in the form of for sound, video, or just display, or it could be from a printed copy, printed output. So that is information, and usually itu sajalah ya yang saya boleh bagi tahu. That is the only thing that I can say, so that I do not want to confuse you so much. So itu dia dua ni, data and information. I think you understand it already. But anything later you can ask me in class. Okay, next, database. An example of a software, of a database software. Pernah guna tak Microsoft Access? Microsoft Access, this software, Microsoft Access. This is an example of a database software. All right. So we have Microsoft Words, PowerPoint, Excel. Now, if you have time, you go and explore Microsoft Access. It's a database software. Now, let's take a look at the notes. A database is an organized collection of related data stored electronically, designed for efficient storage, retrieval, and management. Okay. To make it easier for you to understand, when I buy this new phone is empty. I buy with a new SIM card with a new number. So what happened is that I will have to key in the contacts, yeah, so that I can call my wife, I can call my students, right? So I can call my uncles, aunties, my daddy, and so on and so forth. So I key in one by one, key in the contacts one by one. One by one. At the end, what I got is a database. Database is actually a collection of data. Yeah, it's a collection of data. That's it, right? Database management system is actually the software name. It's the software name. In this case, if I'm using my phone, so usually I'll just click this button here, this button here, yeah, to add contact, to add data. That is an example of database management system, but in the context of a phone. So remember, database is actually a collection of data. So DBMS is the software. It's the software. So what happened when you have this data? You can create data. No, sorry. If you have installed the database management system, the system is in, you can create data. That's number one. You can read, meaning you can see it. You can see the data. If you key in one data, one number, then the second number, the third number, you can still see or read. You can update, you can delete. These are the four things. The four things that we can do on towards the data. All right. Okay, that's the third part. the third part of today's topic, the third part. This diagram shows you about the BMS. I want you to just take a look at it and try to understand. All right, so here we go. So these are the three main things. Three main things. Data. Okay. Uh, the next part is actually data and DBMS. DBMS, right? So there are four things that you can find from this note. Four things, data and DBMS. Ya, siap udah kelas tak?
Tidak, Mister.
Kau
Oh, tengah.
tengah recording tak? Selak lah. Tak? Bagi aku 5 minit je.
Saya tidak ingat awal.
Oh, okay, okay. Tidak. Sorry ya, iklan. Aduh, aduh. Now, where will we? Networking. So this is something that we have talked about in the previous topic. We talk about network. Network is collection of interconnected computers and devices. This is the phrase, the key phrase. Remember that I've said this one whole building is LAN. Remember LAN, and one is the not popular name for internet. Yeah. You take a look at the note. The internet is the largest public one. But we don't say one, we say internet. Same thing actually. Same thing. We have MAN. Remember what's MAN? MAN? Metropolitan Area Network. That is that covers a city. A city. Like for example, MJC or maybe Kuching. Now, so yeah, this is something that we actually you already know. It's just adding up something extra for you to read. Okay, we scroll down. Scroll down. So this is the theory about IS. Remember, IS is hardware and software, data and information, system software and application software, right? So this, and we have database and DBMS. So the role of IS is to support what? Support the users. You wanna do you wanna say hello to your friend using your phone? You use WhatsApp. That WhatsApp software or that's WhatsApp, application supports the user's needs. A lot of gadgets, computers with softwares. These are, the softwares and the hardware. The main role is to do support in whatever the users want. Yeah. Number two is automate. In the old days, like for example, you want to do a letter, formal letter. What do you do? In the old days, we have to type using typewriter, paper, carbon. But now no need. Now no need. What we need is just a computer, a printer, and type and print. Maybe we can just send the letter via WhatsApp, which is much more easier, right? So that is automate, and IS improve how we work. From time to time, the computer technology makes our life easier. In the old days, we don't have AI. To seek information, we just use search engine, right? Sometimes we don't get what we want, but now we have AI, we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini, for example. So, in terms of searching for information that we want, it's very easy. We just type there at Gemini or maybe ChatGPT, or we just input voice and then the output is coming out automatically. So that is the role of IS. The role of IS is to support the users, automate the work easily, and improve time to time. So you see, like for example, software is also coming up with updates every day, almost every day. Ada sejak update baru kan. Mungkin harian, mungkin minggu, mungkin bulan, mungkin tahunan. Okay, this is about IS as in the role. Just scroll down. The last part tells you about the people who works in the IT field. System analysts, database administrators, system administrators, network, web developers. These are the people, right? So I guess this part I want you to just read through and understand about it. And that's it. So let me conclude here. The fifth part is about, I can say it's about the role. The sorry, the role of IS. IS and the people of the IT field. There. So there are six things. Six things that six things that we have learned so far. 6 things from this topic. Okay, that's it. It's a very short topic. Thank you for your time. I'll see you next week in the next class. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.